Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be the intro to the shop update. What I've got here is in this box, and I didn't tell you this when I got it, but my new toolbox has a stainless steel top, and when they shipped the toolbox, the top wasn't ready, but it finally came in. Actually, the tool guy brought it on a Saturday. Now, I wasn't here on Saturday morning because I had to go pick something up, and I will show you that in a minute. I've been making a couple of runs. I had to, if you guys are familiar with my channel, my shop updates, I kind of showed you a run probably 2, 3, 4 months ago where I took a couple of old classic cars down to a restoration shop, and I had to go down on Friday, pick those 2 cars back up and bring them back up to the Buffalo area. So I did that. Then Saturday morning, when the tool guy was delivering this, I had to go down and get some piping that has got to be delivered down to the Catskills tomorrow, which is Monday morning. So I will show you that. But what's in this box, and I again haven't even opened it yet, is a stainless steel top for the toolbox. Yeah, for the toolbox. Now, I kind of measured it because that box looked long, you know, and I was thinking maybe that stainless steel box will encompass that new cabinet that goes on the end. Again, if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that this cabinet on the end was a cabinet off of the old box. I'm just keeping it until the new cabinet that is sized appropriately for the new toolbox comes in. But anyways, I'll bring you back and show you what I had to pick up Saturday morning. Okay, we're out here back behind the shop. This is where I parked my trailer yesterday being Saturday. And what is on it is 40 pieces of 6-inch Schedule 40 galvanized piping. They're 7 feet long. There's a couple of them that are only 6 feet long for some reason, but they're basically all 7 feet long. 6-inch Schedule 40 galvanized piping. And I guessed correctly when the guy told me what the load was. I said, is it going to be for bollards? And yeah, he confirmed that it is. It's bollard material. It's kind of unusual that they use galvanized, but anyways, there it is. I'm not sure. I looked up the weight of Schedule 40 pipe, and but I didn't look up. When he told me about it, there's a couple of things that are misleading. When he told me about the load, he told me that it was 40 pieces of 6-inch Schedule 40 pipe, 7 feet long. Well, some of them aren't 7 feet, so which decreases the weight a little bit. Some of them are only 6 feet. But he never told me that he had channel iron square tubing going down with it too, you know. So sometimes when you talk to people and they're describing a load for you to haul, it turns out to be, you know, especially when they come to weight, they describe the weight of the load and it's not always that accurate. But anyways, there it is. Again, I've got to take it down to the Catskills in the morning. I'm going to leave early so that I can get down there early. If anybody's really interested, I think it's Roscoe, New York. So there's the load. Got to go in the morning. Bring you back. Okay, as part of a shop update, this is the cab mounting bracket for the haul truck. What I'm going to do is make them offset mounts. As you know, that if you follow that series, I've raised the cab up a little bit. So what happens is this is going to be welded to the bottom of the original bracket. There's a cross member underneath the cab, part of the cab frame, that fits into this rubber. Now, originally when I took this rubber off, this rubber had been squished down and probably had been that way from the factory, but this fits around that thing. It's going to go up, a plate mounted on it, hole drilled through it, and on the original cab frame there was this indentation with a hole in the mounting bracket off of the frame to fit this. So when you sat the cab down on it, this would go into the hole and stay centered in the hole. Well, what I'm going to do is add a washer to the bottom of it, so that the washer kind of stays centered in the hole, and that way this plate can't drift back and forth on top of it. The washer will keep it centered in that hole. But I'll bring it back. Show you what I did. This washer is going to be that centering washer that I was telling you about. But I couldn't weld around it because then the washer wouldn't fit into the hole. So what I did is I drilled 2 holes, 1/4 inch holes in the sides of the washer, and I'll just tack weld the washer onto the bottom of it through the holes. So I've got the plate and the piece cut, and what I'm going to do is be welding it out. I'll bring it back and show it to you. Let me show you something. I told you I was going to spot weld that on there, and I just kind of showed that to you. What happened was I didn't get the angle right. What I did is welded that hole shut, but it didn't penetrate into the plate to stick it on there. And when I picked it up and dropped it down back on the table, the washer popped off. So I've got to re-drill another washer and get the angle right this time so that I get penetration down into the plate. Okay, take 2. Looks like I got it that time. around. Okay, I'm just going to leave it taped up and try and go over and fit it. What I wanted to do is show you that bracket that I built. There it is in the, it's attached to the bottom of the frame, I'm sorry, the cab frame, and attached to the frame. And I don't know whether you'll be able to see it or not, but that washer is in position in the hole. It fit real good. That rod is just sticking down through there, just to hold it in center. I will replace it. You got to understand that the cab is going to come back off again and then go back on again. It could go off and on a couple of times actually, but there is a bracket in place and holding the cab up off of the frame, that designated distance that we had established. So there it is. I didn't show you welding it out or anything. You know, I showed you what I was how I was gonna build it and tacking it up. But maybe on the second one, I've got to still do the other side. On the second one, I will show it to you. Just giving you a little shot of that bracket. As I'm doing this, one of the other things that I did during the week was, or last week, was also make a haul. No, it was just a local haul. I had to pick up a couple of lifts, and they are lifts similar to genie lifts. They're a one-man, non-drivable type of lift to go up in the air. A lot of maintenance people use them, or electrical contractors use them just to change light bulbs in a high area of a business or a shop. So again, it's a one-man lift that goes up in the air. It's non-drivable. You have to come back down, push it, usually push it around. Actually, the one that one of the lifts that I took over there was a drivable lift, but it's not drivable while you're up in the air. It's only drivable once you come down out of the air. Safety feature, there's, like on genie lifts, there's outriggers on them. On these lifts, there was no outriggers. So I just threw up a pick and kind of just showing you that bracket that was fabricated at the same time and how it fit into the truck.